Hey, this is Bhavani Kola. Welcome back to my channel. In today's session, we will be exploring, you guessed it right, Sora. I am speechless, I am at loss of words, and I am awestruck. This is a game changer, not just in the video world, but also in education field. Can you imagine creating all these videos just with one single prompt? And it's not just about creating videos, but also paying close attention to the resolution and the details. With one prompt, that is crazy. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. It says photorealistic close-up video of two pirate ships battling each other as they sail in a cup of coffee. Thank you for this, because every morning when I drink a coffee, this is what I will be thinking about. Once I've seen it, there's no way I can unsee it. Let's take a look at the next one. It says a young man in his 20s sitting on a piece of cloud in the sky, reading a book. Well, he's not sitting on the cloud right now. I am. Because all of these details, all of these videos are driving me crazy. Are you feeling the same as well? Are you trying to keep up with this OpenAI's new research and new technicalities and new inventions? Because I am. Look at those details. Look at those details. It's impressive how it crafts these complex scenes while paying attention to details. From what I have read, OpenAI has been using all these cutting-edge techniques like recurrent networks, GANs, which is generative adversarial networks, autoregressive transformers, and diffusion models. And if you're like me and you want to know more and you want to know behind the scenes, all you have to do is go to the research tab that I will be leaving the link in the description box below and check on all the papers that have come up based on this. Well, let me go ahead and show you. This is another link that I am planning to leave, and all you have to do is read through this. It clearly says that this uses diffusion models, of course, your autoregressive transformers, and it also gives you these numbers where when you click, it takes you to that respective paper. Now, let's just say I want to talk about diffusion model, and I'm confused on what it is. Let's go ahead and click on number 12. Of course, it's taking to this one. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Of course, it has to go wrong when I'm recording. And here you go. This is number 12. All you have to do is copy this and paste it. Let me show that. Let me select all of this, copy, and I'm going here. I'm going to paste it, click enter. And here is the paper about your photorealistic video generation with diffusion models. Here is how this is done. And if you're like me and if you're curious, which you should be in this AI era, all you have to do is click on that link and look at this. Look at this. It tells you exactly what is going on. Let me expand this one for you. It says it's joint casual 3D encoder. As you can see, these are all the images. They're encoding into vector space, and this is what's happening. Wow, unbelievable. And if you're like me, like I said, you have to go ahead, take a look at all these details that will help you understand better. Now let's go back to this research link. And here it clearly explains how Sora uses visual patches, uses the encoding, and here how it's done. And if you scroll down, it also talks about video compression. It also talks about scaling of these transformers for video generation. As you can see, the moment you see this noise, you know it's a diffusion transformer. Now, when you click on these links, you have all those links and pages. Click on those pages. It clearly tells you what is going on. Here it says it's using the diffusion transformer. It explains where the noise comes from. It explains that it's using multi-headed self-attention, the MLPs, which are your multi-layer perceptions. And all of this is very important. Look at this visual transformer. Here, just by looking at the image, you can clearly understand. Let me zoom in. You can clearly understand that this is the image that's been taken and that's been changed into linear projection of latent patches, encoded into tokens, and it's plugged into the encoder. And here you have a complete explanation of how the pure transformer architecture of video classification works. And as you can see, this is your video embedded into tokens and then changed into latent space, into your vectors, and that's been embedded into your MLP, which is again your multi-layer perception, which uses forward feed. Very, very, very important for you all to know what's happening in the background. One, it makes you appreciate this capability or this technicality even better, and also makes you a responsible citizen to use this in a good way, especially in the digital world. Here's an example of how the base computation comes up with. Well, we all have seen some of this in our DALL-E images, and now 4 times computation and 32 times computation. Unbelievable. And here you also have the sampling Flexibility. God, what's happening today? Looks like I'm too excited. And as you can see here, it's just one video, and here is another prototype. And here, no matter how low resolution you feed the transformer, it comes out with high resolution output. On the left-hand side, you see the input video, and on the right-hand side, you see the Sora generated output video. And clearly, the ship in the background is more clear on the Sora generated video than the real video. The language understanding, this is something I highly request you all to play with. All you have to do is click on this link here, and I'm going to change this woman into a toy robot. Why not? And here is toy robot in the streets of Mumbai, my friends, in a winter storm. Change it to a beautiful sunset. There you go. Change it to a colorful festival. There you go. And what I want you to observe is not just changing the foreground, but also the detailing of the background. Let's go from Mumbai to Johannesburg, South Africa. There you go. Not a toy robot. Now I want an old man. Why not? That is so cool. A woman. There you go. Perfect. Now let's change the dress to jeans and t-shirt. Let's take a deep dive into Antarctica. Colorful festival in Antarctica with penguins. How cool is that? All you have to do is imagine. And here you have your landing page. Of course, I'll leave a link here too to all the videos. And here it's talking about how it's using DALL-E images to create this video rendering. Here you have a monster image. Can you imagine spending hours and hours taking your time to make these animations? I know the pain. And I'm really so thankful that this is here. But at the same time, I'm also afraid, what if this falls in the bad hands? Can you imagine the consequences? What's happening with these deep fakes, especially when elections are coming up? So I think AI literacy is a must. Well, Sora's potential doesn't stop at creating new videos. It can also transform existing images or footage, offering the ability to extend the videos both forward and backward. The ease and quality of these creations are something I've never seen before, making this traditional time-consuming editing process something in the past. If you have kids and if you have struggled with GoPros, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Video-to-video editing, this is magic. Again, I have to zoom in, and what I'm going to do is click on this and change it to a lush jungle. And there you go. Again, I call your attention not just to the foreground, to the background as well. I'm going to click on it and change it to underwater. Wow. Look at the details. Look at the details. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to make it 1920s. And then let's go ahead and play this. It's like magic. It is like magic. Like I said, I'm speechless. Let's make it with dinosaurs. Wow. And just like that, my friends, it has become a dinosaur video. Can you imagine the possibilities? Wow. Connecting videos. This is something I really am enjoying looking at it. Video on the left, video on the right, interpolation in between. Again, you have video on the left, video on the right, interpolation in between. And if you want to look at the details here, I'm going to click on... Let's see, here is a paper again. All you have to do is click on the numbers where it takes you to the respective paper. And here they talk about how they use this interpolation and what techniques they are using and what are they coming up with. Again, they're using this CLIP model, which stands for Contrastive Language Image Pre-training. And the goal here, let me see, do I have something here that I can show you? Yes, the goal here is what the objective of the clip is to take in text, take an image, and it embeds them into joint latent space. And here on the top is the image, here is your text, and it's automatically combining it to make it to a corgi playing a flame, throwing trumpet. So please do give this a reading. It is very fascinating, and you will appreciate the masterminds behind these. And again, video left, video right, video interpolation. Something fun to do. And they talk about how they use Gaussian noise, how they use these high-resolution images to create all of these videos. Last but not the least, the 3D consistency. Oh my God. I mean, can you imagine, until or unless using a microscope to look at the technicalities? For me, this is outstanding, outstanding. And here they do talk about interacting with the world, and they clearly say, you know what, sometimes the artist might leave some sketches on the canvas, and if you're biting this burger, you might leave some marks. Hey, you know what, that's okay with me. In here, it looks like these large language models have not taken a physics class. So let's take a look. Boom. Automatically the water comes down and there's no splash of water. And they do claim that as well. They say, hey, you might be seeing some disturbancy in this because our large language models did not take a physics class. And that's a wrap, my friend. If you have enjoyed this video and if you think this is something you want to explore, I highly recommend clicking on the link below and exploring the technicalities of this and appreciating the minds behind this. Until next time, happy teaching, and please take care of yourself.